Hello, what up, it's Johnny Movie Madman, and I'm back. So today is very exciting, because today is my 9th book versus film, and there ain't many of these left. I did think there was only one left after this one, but turns out there might be 2, maybe even 3, maybe even 4, maybe even 5. You'll find out, I guess. Today though is quite exciting, because today not only is this one of the best books I've read, but it's also one of the best films I've seen. Are you ready? You got that seatbelt on? Are you tied in? Because today we're talking about the book Pay It Forward versus the film Pay It Forward. Now, I do have Pay It Forward on DVD. You can't get it on Blu-ray in the UK, and it's not in 4K. So I got the HD digital copy, which is what that was that you just saw. So I'm just going to hold up this. So anyway, don't know if you know much about Pay It Forward. Quite a few people probably haven't seen the film Pay It Forward, starring Kevin Spacey, Helen Hunt and Haley Joel Osment. Haley Joel Osment played the small child that can see dead people in The Sixth Sense. Pretty sure he made Pay It Forward the year after. So this is back in the days when he was famous. So that's quite exciting. This kind of looks like him on the front cover, but it's not. But I see what they did there. Pay It Forward is about a group of kids at school that are given an assignment by their teacher, Kevin Spacey, who tells them to think of an idea to change the world and put it into action. So Haley Joel Osment's character comes up with this idea of paying it forward, which basically means you do a favour for a complete stranger, something big, something they can't do themselves, and then instead of them paying you back, they have to pay it forward to 3 people, and you do a favour for 3 people as well, and then obviously those 3 people then do a favour for 3 other people, and it grows big quickly, basically. So that's the premise of it. Alright, just so you understand what I'm talking about. Comparing the book to the film, I'd say they both get a thumbs up from me. They both get 100% amazingness from me, but for completely different reasons. I'll tell you that. There are so many things about the film, character details, plot elements and stuff like that I loved that aren't in the book. There are a lot of things that are in the book that aren't in the film, but they both played out absolutely amazingly. The end of the book is, I'm not going to talk about the end of it, but the end of it is very different to the end of the film. It plays out the same way, but the end of the book, it's almost like the end of the book was like, had a long extended ending that the film doesn't have. There's a lot of mixed up timelines in the book, or something that I noticed, how the timeline was a bit out of sync, but I quite liked that about it. That would have been interesting to see in the film, but they didn't really do that in the film. The film like starts halfway through and then goes back and then builds up to that halfway point and then continues on from there. But the book like is all over the place, not in a bad way. I quite liked it. I thought it was good. Pay It Forward, the book, is the only book that I've ever read that's made me cry, which is quite an interesting thing. I mean, the film makes me cry as well, but the book, I never read a book that makes me cry before, so that was interesting. But yeah, I mean, they're not action films, they're not comedies. There's funny elements in both of them. One of the big things that I noticed that I thought was a little bit strange in comparison from the book to the film, the background of some of the characters is different in the book to the film. Also, some of the characters' names, which I thought was a bit weird. Some of the characters' names are different in the book than they are in the film. So when I was reading it, I was a little confused at first, because I was a bit like, is that person? Like, Kevin Spacey plays the teacher, who's called Eugene. In the book, the teacher's called Rubin. So that was different. Kevin Spacey has an injury, which we won't go into because I don't want to spoil it. Kevin Spacey's injured in the film, Like there's a backstory to how he's injured, and in the book Reuben is injured, but injured in a completely different way, and the backstory to how he's injured in the book is very, very, very different to the backstory how he's injured in the film. When I read the book, it was almost like reading an alternate version of the film. The book was great. I was expecting to enjoy it, and I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, if that makes sense. It was so good. One of those books that I enjoyed that much, I would actually contemplate reading it again. I might even do that, because why not? Reading is cool, unless it's the Bible. I wouldn't have said the book was any more violent than the film. I wouldn't have said the language was any more stronger in the book than it is to the film. It's still a decent 12 rated book. I would have said like a 12 rated movie, although to be fair, the film does well to get away with being a 12 rated film. I think, considering their scenes of people taking heroin in the film, I thought they did that quite well to get away with that being a 12, but doesn't matter. It wasn't like it was focused on or anything like that. So Pay It Forward has been my number one film before. I mean, obviously I saw other films since then and it got pushed down. It's one of my films that's quite low in my top 69 list. In fact, it might even be number 69. It's just one of those films that I wish was higher up, and every time I try and move it, I can't think of anything that I want to. It's difficult, alright? It's difficult. Having lists is difficult, actually. So try having as many lists as I have. It's very difficult to manage sometimes. So let's Pay It Forward for you. Book versus Film 9. Very, very, very good read. Very tense. Great. Amazing stuff, is what I can say. So that's it for Friday. I'll be back on Monday. Got a brand new 4K Blu-ray I'm going to be opening for you on Monday that I bought this Monday, but I'll be opening it next Monday because I feel like I'm a week behind with all of them at the moment, but maybe we'll catch up, who knows. I'll be opening Speed for you guys soon as well and talking about that next Monday. You'll find out next Monday, alright? If you know anything about Blu-ray releases, you'll know what came out this Monday that I could possibly be reviewing next Monday. You'll find out if you don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go now, so I will see you again on Monday. Alright? Monday. Goodbye.